I quit my job back in January of this year, and to date I've been working YouTube full time. If you would like to support the channel, you can do that very quickly. The entry fee on my Patreon is only $1. You can support me on Patreon, or you can support me on Twitch to support the channel and to keep it alive. More information is in the description box and in the comment section down below. So, I had a chance to watch this movie recently, and just to paint a picture, I've been waiting something like, I think I've been waiting about like two years, 2.5 years, something like that, to see this movie. Ever since this article came out, that's how long I've been waiting to see this fucking movie, okay? First off, I'm just gonna tell you right off bat, this movie is not good, okay? This movie is under the guilty pleasure category. This movie is not good, in any way, shape, or form. But it definitely is a guilty pleasure. I'm just gonna give you a taste of what this movie is like. First off, this is real dialogue that Nicolas Cage says in the movie. I seen him. I seen the children. I seen the people. I am radioactive. Go! Go! I'll karate chop you! Go! Hi-ya! Hi fucking ya! Hi fucking ya! Impossible! Ha! Testicle! Trying to reason with you bitches! So there's a little kid that gets shot. There's a sequence where gumballs like fly out of Nicolas Cage's face in this weird crossfade transition. There's a moment where this dead dude he like goes like this, and then there's like a nuclear explosion behind him, literally. There's many weird visual references to the atomic bomb as well. Like there's this moment where Nicolas Cage, he's like on a stretcher, he's like bleeding out of one side of his head, and he's like fading in and out, and he looks over, and there's these people dressed in these creepy mannequins, kind of like the Whisperers from The Walking Dead, right? And they all just fucking like look over at him, and there's like this TV screen, or there's some kind of poster in the back showing some atomic bomb, and it's just like, huh? Okay, and this chick right here, I totally forgot her character name, as if it even matters, but there's a moment where Nicolas Cage, he's like pouring water into her mouth, and he's like, yeah, and then like, and then one of the explosives on his one of his testicles gets blown off, and he's like, oh. There's a few sequences where Nicolas Cage, he's wearing like this ancient football helmet, and like his arm is fucked up, so he's got like this metal sleeve and like this sword. So he has like a sword arm, and he's like fighting niggas, and like he like fights this one like samurai dude next to like some cherry blossom tree or something like that, and he's like fucking murdering people. And he's got like a motorcycle jacket on and shit. There's one moment where this woman, she's on a gun turret, and she's like crying, and like as she's crying on the gun turret, she's like oh yeah, there's a moment where that dude who's wearing all white, you know, he's like throwing money at these women, right? And he's like, make it rain, baby! Yeah, make it rain, baby! Yeah! Listen, I like the movie, it weird, like this giant set right here is like that's cool, but outside of that, like this movie seems like frighteningly low budget. And it visually, it's the movie that I was imagining in my head looked way cooler than this entire movie. Like there's just a moment where Nicolas Cage, where he's putting on the motorcycle jacket, and he's like trying to scare the crowd around him, and he's like, It's so bad. The writing is bad. The acting is bad. It seems cheap. Not as cheap as Spiral, but it's still pretty cheap. It's just what the fuck even is this movie? Okay, I mean, listen, if all you were looking for was a crazy Nicolas Cage movie, and the movie pretty much delivers. But if you were also looking for a good or great movie, like say Mandy, my favorite movie from 2018, you've come to the wrong place. But personally, I'm kind of in the middle. Like I don't hate the movie, but there's no denying that this is a bad movie. But it certainly is a guilty pleasure for me. It was not worth waiting fucking 2 years or however long I've been waiting for this movie. It was something. Maybe proceed with caution on this one, because I fell asleep a few times during the middle. So it's definitely I'm gonna go with a 5 out of 10. Not sure if I'll ever see this one again, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's not good, but Jesus Christ, maybe watch if you're fucking non-sober or something like that.